All right, welcome back. So it's Sunday. We're going for a group ride. And yes, I am still unemployed. We're on our way to meet a small group. Well, it might be a small group. I'm pretty sure it's a small group. We stopped here to refuel the motorcycles, grab a little liquid refreshment for ourselves. Look at her, man. She's come such a long way. Oh, I heard you come on. Are you on?
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. Well, in case you guys missed that, she dropped her phone on the toilet, full of piss.
Lies.
No. I'm going to give you guys, down in the comments, guess. Guess how she dropped her phone in the toilet. How do women drop their phone? I'm not giving her a hard time. It's just, thankfully, the phones these days are more waterproof than they were years ago. We initially put our flannels on. We've got some very confused weather lately. So it'll be 36 one morning with a high of 47. 2 days later, it'll be 82 degrees outside with 90% humidity. Then you're back down to the 40s again. It's not like a front that lasts a couple days and then gradually works itself back in. No, it's like every other day. So today happens to be one of those days where it's a little bit humid. It's about 70 degrees outside. It's beautiful. I had my flannel on, took it off. A little bit humid, but it's Florida. I mean, it's a subtropics, so what do you expect? This weather report has been brought to you by WMBR 1976.5 on your FM dial. We haven't had a weather report in like 3 weeks. And the video that today is the 22nd. So the video coming out tomorrow, the 23rd, is when Jack and I were up at the Leonard Skinner Monument. And even though I talked about the weather, the fog, the cold, the wetness, I don't think I gave an official weather report. That one wasn't sanctioned by Council for WMBR. I don't know. So we're meeting at 10 a.m., which is a very common time for our group, 10 a.m., 11 a.m. But it's Sunday in Florida. So the brewery that we're meeting at, so alcohol can't be served until 11. Anyway, and the brewery doesn't open until 12. So we literally could have picked anywhere that had a convenience factor, like maybe a gas station, like a Wawa or something. So we could, people who needed gas to get gas. But this might as well be meeting at an abandoned warehouse because it's not like nothing's open. It's not open.
This actually isn't a bad little meeting spot, especially now that I've looked in the back and I can see that. I mean, this is land of lakes, and living up to its name, there's one right there. I've never been to this brewery, no, but now I want to come here because look out back. It looks like there's a beer garden back here because it says right there on the sign, beer garden. Well, we won't go back there at risk of being arrested for trespassing. I will say though, an open door is an invitation. I like this. It's a crew of, it's a relatively small crew, people that we're probably closer with, that we get along the best with. I love everybody in our group, but this ought to be a whole lot of fun. Lots of Harley Davidsons here. And the wife's on her badass shadow bobber, which you guys know me, man. I've been on that whole Harley Davidson kick for a while now, ever since I got the Road King, but I don't care, man. Honda, Kawasaki, Royal Enfield, I don't give a shit. It's just all, it's all character.
All right, boys and girls, here we go. I guess we're going to be near the front. I was trying to kind of be in the back, but that's fine. Age before beauty. So what's on the agenda today? I guess we're going up north a little further. Farther's distance, further is philosophical. So we're going up north a little bit more on this windy day. Trees are shielding us from some of it. Looks like we might be trying to go up into the Crystal River / Homosassa area. The sassiest Homosassa this side of Tampa. Oh, I keep wanting to come that ukulele place. I keep wanting to go there.
Oh, yeah.
I think I've mentioned it to you before.
Yeah, the last time we came out this way.
Yeah, that was a day. We were gone for like 3.5, 4 hours already. I think we were just ready to go home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I know this road. I love this road. Did we turn down this one?
We did.
Yes. Yes. This is the road that Kyle and I we're doing 110 on. Oh yeah, this is a good road, boys. Everybody likes to talk shit about Florida roads, man, and I always say, I'll say it again. I just said it. I don't know. I don't have to have curvy roads or big hills, little hills even. This is a relatively curvy road. But it's very pretty back here, and there's usually not a lot of traffic. I've never been on this road where we had to wait behind people. And sometimes when my friends and I get together on motorcycles, we may or may not exceed the posted speed limit significantly. May or may not. We seem to have attracted 4 or 5 other Harley Davidson motorcyclists. Actually, there's a sport bike back there too, but I'm looking back at our group and I'm like, man, I don't remember having this many. Dude, turn that. God damn. You ever go to, like, my wife and I will take our grandson / son to one of our favorite bars, right? And he likes playing, man, those bumps. Any kid that comes around, they just kind of gravitate to each other and play. Like, there's no embarrassment or shame. It's just, hey, you and I have something in common. Let's do that thing together. And I feel like motorcycles do that for a lot of people too. Like, it could be coincidence that we're all coming the same direction, or it could be like, hey, we're a group, they're a group, let's just link up and see where we end up. Or maybe they want to chase us down and fight us. No idea. No idea until we get where we're going, and either they're still with us or they're not still with us. So, what do you think, baby? What do you think their intentions are?
Maybe they do want to fight when we stop, so I'm ready.
You didn't wear your bench kicking boots.
I don't need them.
Oh, yes! I love the Hey, you guys, might think she's joking, but she's not. If she says she's ready and she don't need her bitch kicking boots, you best believe she don't need her bitch kicking boots.
What the fuck is going on up here?
Somebody broke down.
Oh,
a broken down Harley. What an odd sight.
never seen that.
Never seen that before. So far in the last 2 years, speaking of breakdown, let me break down the bikes that I've been around or on that have had trouble. Let's really put that into perspective. One hell of a curve here, baby.
It sure is. Like, they have to have signs that light up to tell you to turn.
Yeah, it's like, just in case you can't see the reflective yellow. Here, now it's illuminated. All right, so, hey, this is a pretty steep.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
There's a car here too. Holy shit, that was bad. Okay, October 2021, 1985 Goldwing. Broke down on the way back from the October camp out. Now, okay, some of these bikes are older, and only because I've dealt with these comments before, I'm going to go ahead and get ahead of it. So listen closely. If you're just raring, like if your fingers are hovering over the keyboard, getting ready to tell me about this. Okay, yes, some of these bikes are older, but a lot of you guys in the comments of, like, when I do a Harley Davidson video, it'd be like, should have got a Honda, should have got a Yamaha. Those things never break down. So that means it shouldn't matter if it's an 85 or an 1885. By that logic, it shouldn't matter how old it is, okay? Assuming it's properly maintained. Okay. November 2021. On the way up to Georgia with Jack and Colleen. Colleen's CB900. Again, early 80s model. Grenaded doing 85 miles an hour on I-95. Grenaded right in front of me. Lucky she didn't lock up. Honestly, lucky. Thankfully, her engine seizing up blew the chain, and otherwise she would have locked up, and that would have been a very, very bad time. November 2021, on the way back from that same trip in Georgia. Jack's Kawasaki Concourse, 2006. 2006. That's not all that old. Broke down on the side of the road. Actually, that Concourse, it kept blowing the same relay over and over and over again. He kept fixing it. So, problems, right? Problems. I don't know if I can go chronologically or not, because I think I'm forgetting things in here. October 2022, on the way up to Blockhead Garage's grand opening event, our buddy Q is on his Honda BTX. I don't know if it's a BTX or not, but it's a Honda Shadow or BTX. Broke down on the side of the road. Had to rent a U-Haul truck so he could tow it back home. What else broke down, baby, that you know of?
I don't know. Did Josh break down?
Josh always breaks. That's not a fair question. Yeah, I'm sure there are others in there, and I can't remember them all. There have been some Harley Davidson problems here and there. I'm aware of that, but and I know a lot of the, between manufacturer owners, there's a lot of ribbon that goes on, a lot of giving you a hard time. But I don't know, man. I've been around the block a couple times. I can usually tell when people are being serious or they're just trying to give somebody a hard time. A lot of you guys are dead ass. Like Hondas never break down, and Yamaha and Harley's a piece of shit. Blah 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 blah. I'm gonna tell you what, man. Anything that has a motor, moving parts, you're gonna break down. It's gonna have problems. I don't care which Japanese, American, Taiwanese, Indian, British manufacturer, whatever dude got up that morning, didn't have his coffee and put something up, they're all gonna break down. That's just how it is. Anyway, I'm gonna finish taking in these sights going on this road. I just had to comment on that stuff for a while. Perfect day for motorcycle. It passed so many bikes, and we've got a large entourage ourselves. So, yep, let's take it in. We'll see you down the road.
We have reached our destination and found our people. And by our people, I mean you people.
I don't believe you people. What do you mean, you people? What do you mean, you people?
Look at this. Nice little spot on the water. I'm sure I'll get some more footage of that stuff. But you got boats coming in. There's exactly one Honda in this whole parking lot. Way to be unique. Let's get some food. Let's get some beers. Not going to go too crazy because we got a lot of riding to do. But, yep. See you in there. So we've been in Florida 8 years. We never get tired of seeing the wildlife out here. Let's, Cowboy Mike knew of this spot. And it's freaking beautiful up here. There's a dolphin or two dolphins that are feeding, and a pelican is also feeding here, but maybe we'll see it, maybe we won't. Look at this little spot though. You got like some kind of tiki bar and grill over here on the beach. Gorgeous. I think sometimes no matter where you live, like you get into these habits, these ruts, these routines, and you forget sometimes to take in what you have close and available to you. And you guys know I like the country roads. I like the back roads of Florida, Louisiana, Georgia, wherever. But also Florida has that unique, I don't know, this. You know what I mean? This is what I'm talking about.
All right, time to blow this popsicle stand. That place is pretty cool, man. Out by some river. It's either the Crystal River or the Homosassa River. Not really 100% sure. Got to see this little spot called Monkey Island, which apparently some old Tarzan back in the 20s or 30s, I don't know, some way back, was filmed back there on these rivers, and they had a lot of monkeys there, and somehow they're on this little plot of land. And I'm thinking Monkey Island might be like this big island with lots of space, and maybe there's dozens of monkeys out there, and yada yada yada. But no, it's like a little circle, and because monkeys can't swim, they're having to pass down generation after generation of being stuck, absolutely stuck on this little spot that looks like it couldn't have been more than 20, 30 feet diameter. Pretty bad. I'm thinking, this is the best you can do for these monkeys? Really? Not that I give a shit about monkeys. I really don't. But at the same time, like, they're stuck. What can they do? Nothing. They can't do shit. On the way up here, I'm going to assume it's up here. I really get turned around. only because I know this is Crystal River. I know this is north where we are. But on the way up here, we passed a spot that looked like a rundown shack. You know what I call those? Those are murder bars. And behind this worn out shack were other worn out wooden buildings. And there were motorcycles there at these buildings. And it really caught my attention. I even called it out to the wife. Somehow we're not, she can't hear me or I can't hear her or something. But really caught my attention. And this Cowboy Mike up front says, hey, you want to stop by there on the way back? Yes, I do. I have shit I want to get done today, but if we're already up here at a murder / biker bar area, then yes, it's required now. Now that I'm up here, now that I've seen Monkey Island, it's required that I see the motorcycle murder bar of Homosassa.
All right, so I don't know what the name of this place is.
Sail in.
The Sail Inn?
Sail in.
Sail Inn. So we passed it earlier. It caught my eye. I saw the shack. I saw the bikes hanging out. And I'm like, oh, they got a place for like music out back? No, just for people to hang out. So I didn't film inside because I was afraid if I introduced any new technology into the building, I would have been immediately shot. So I just avoided that situation altogether. But it's pretty fucking cool, man. We rolled in. Dude's working on his bike out here in the driveway. I mean, it's definitely Florida. You get that feeling? It's definitely, get off the coast a little bit. Yeah. Florida crackers. Yeah. Alright fam, welcome back. It's been quite a few days since we left off on this video, and we're going to include some guitar stuff, which wasn't very well received last time, but include some of it just for the folks in the audience who are into guitars and whatnot. What I did, if you guys remember me talking about it, I made a David Gilmour replica-ish black Strat. So for those guitar folks out there, this is a Seymour Duncan SSL5 pickup in the bridge, a Fender Custom Shop 69 middle pickup, and a Fender Custom Shop Fat 50s neck. That's mostly what David Gilmour had. He did use an SSL1 in the bridge early on and had it switched out for an SSL5 later, from what I understand, and this toggle switch, which allows me to turn on the neck pickup regardless of what position this is in, which is a nice sound, especially when you're back here in this position with the bridge and the neck together, or if I'm in position 4, I can have all three on at the same time. Kind of a neat little thing. What I didn't do was make it a black Strat, which was my initial plan. Then I thought, why do I have to have it black? Everybody who does a black Strat copy, I can't even say that, does it in black, and I'm like, I'm going for the sound, not necessarily the look. So, do I play like David Gilmour? Hell no. Anyway, what I did with all these parts is this tremolo bar is very, very tough. And I'm going to open up the back of it. I'm going to show you why, and we're going to attempt to make some repairs to it. I hope I don't mess it up. If I do, these guys here are only 80 bucks. This guitar finish body, so let's get to it. All right, getting these strings up to here, which are made really easy with the locking tuners that we put on. I absolutely love my locking tuners. So one thing I want to say about guitars to you guys is that I haven't played much. since I got fired from my job. And matter of fact, the night before I got fired was the last time that I played until last Friday. It just felt kind of funny, man. I don't know why. I can't explain it, but playing guitar was like a re-found pleasure. And that, you know, once I lost my job, I didn't feel like I deserved. That might sound dumb, but it's just the way I felt about it at the time. So, we're over that. We're moving on. All right, we're going to unscrew this. Take this back plate off. I'm going to show you where my problems ran into. All right, not this screw head. I'm using this Music Nomad toolkit. Okay. All right, so here's why this tremolo bar is so tight. I like using 3 springs. There's a lot of videos out there that talk about how many springs people use. I can go down to 2. Some people use 5, but I like 3. I think it's the most balanced number of springs on here. But typically, if I'm going to use 3 springs, I don't have this claw screwed in quite so far. But I had to do that because the angle that I drilled down into the guitar body was too steep. So the only way that I could get this below where the backplate sits is if I kept drilling it in, which ended up poking through the other side of the cavity. Not ideal. So we're going to back these out, and I bought some special tools to get a better angle at this. Okay, one of the reasons why these are so steep is because I didn't have the right tools for the job. So I went to Lowe's, actually Christmas Eve, to be honest with you. I was preparing to do this then. These are big old fatties, 12-inch, I think, 12-inch bits, so I can get the right angle in here. So we're going to re-drill this out. I'm going to get these guys out of here. I did desolder the ground wire off camera. Yep, so let's go ahead and get those out. Long bits, long bits. How long that puppy is, huh? Yeah, I messed that up pretty good, man. Alright, we'll take these all the way off. There we go. There's one, maybe. One and 2. Okay. All right. So let's get this better angle, shall we? All right. So what I want to do here, I don't want to scratch up this paint any more than I already have. I'm going to put this lip as close as I possibly can. Ooh. All right. Let's go ahead and put this one screw in. Not all the way, just enough to hold it still while I do the other spot. You know what I mean? We're just going to hand tighten it. Not even tighten, just to hold it. Just hold it. And because the other hole's kind of flirting with the edge of that claw there, I'm going to have to get kind of creative here. I'm going to go at a little bit of an angle. No, see, it's trying to go in that hole. Alright. I don't want to go in that hole. Come on now. Oh, I may have messed up, boys. Yeah, this one might be messed up. Not what I'm looking for, my friends. Not what I'm looking for. See if I can angle it upward. I really don't want to buy a new body. See, this is a bad angle I'm talking about. Okay. Okay, now we've got something to work with. Okay. Alright, let's pull this back. I don't really care if I mess up the pin inside of here too much. It's just the back of the body. Oh, we may have some problems, friends. There we go. There we go. One of my first thoughts here was that putting this on without it being all the way up at the correct angle today is that, you know, the screw would eventually find itself back in the same spot. I don't think that's the case because these springs are going to pull backward, and that in turn is going to put that at an angle to where it's going to put upward pressure on the spring, not downward pressure. So I think we're going to be okay there. All right. Before I solder that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put strings on. I'm going to test the pressure. But see, now the top of this claw is no longer going to stop the back plate from going on. Wipe this down a little bit. I use Ernie ball, extra slinky, 8 to 38s. 8s are pretty different, man. Pretty different than anything that I've ever used before. But I've been using these 8s since last, I don't know, May, June, whenever it was I bought the Les Paul. Okay. Tune, put this bad boy back in. Let's see what it feels like. Okay, so if I wanted to do a little. Okay. So it's a lot lighter. It's a lot lighter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tighten this up a little bit. It's too late. This is why I haven't soldered that ground back on yet. Right here. This is exactly why. A little bit here. A little bit. Oh yeah. Okay, and we got a little bit of adjustment. See, this is that's where I want it here. There's another adjustment I can make here. Oh boy, on these strings, I need this tail piece completely flat. Take some of this out of each one. See if that does what I need it to do. Okay, yep, doing exactly what I want, baby. So on this part, what we got to do here is now that this is flat, we take this and screw it until it starts coming up. Okay, and then back it off till it's flat again. Okay, do that with each one. 2 more. Okay. Last one. Okay, we're good. All right, tune it up one last time. Perfect. Oh, that's exactly what I wanted, baby. All right, we're gonna solder that up, close the back plate, and we're done, boys. All right, fam, that's about going to wrap this one up. We are at the editing desk once again. It's late at night on Monday night. This video will come out tomorrow. I hope you guys liked that guitar stuff at the end. It was about 10 minutes worth of the video. It's not motorcycle stuff, but still something that's very important part of my life. Even if I haven't played that much in the last couple of months, it's still something that's pretty important to me. But anyway, I do appreciate you coming along for this video and all videos. And until next time, we'll see you later.